And the most common
Surprisingly.
one is it's for health issues. Like they feel better living here, and even like David was saying, the food that they consume is way better than the one back in Canada or even the U.S. Right?
Hi there, my name is Nefroman. Welcome to my channel once again. If you are new here, we explore the ins and out of Puerto Vallarta real estate market, lifestyle, restaurants, and many more things that Puerto Vallarta has to offer. In today's video, we're diving into fascinating conversation with two realtors, Edna and David Ross, who are not only experts in Puerto Vallarta market, but also have amazing stories to share about their lives and why they choose to live in paradise Puerto Vallarta. Edna and David Ross, they have been in Coldwell Banker for quite a long time, and their passion for the city is truly inspiring. They have unique insights into what makes Puerto Vallarta such a special place to live and work. Whether you're thinking to move into Puerto Vallarta just as retired, investing, or just to come over for vacation, learning about places, we will have a nice conversation with them and you will find out about more about there. So, with no further, let's go into the video and please enjoy it, have fun. And if you like it, please subscribe it and don't forget to like and share this video.
Okay.
Hola Edna, hola David. Today we're in Zona Romantica in Puerto Vallarta, and today we're going to have a little chat with David and Edna. How you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing great. David,
I'm doing great.
thank
Thanks
you
for
for
joining.
giving me the opportunity to talk to you today. Hopefully there's people outside watching this video that they want to know more a little bit about you. So tell me how long you've been in real estate in Coldwell Banker.
We've been in Coldwell Banker for a little bit over a year, but we've been in real estate for quite a bit of time. We started working our own real estate transactions since the 20s. Oh, our 20s, I'm sure. From our 20s. Since the 20s, no. We've been working on our real estate transactions since we were in our 20s. So, you know, we've been doing a lot of transactions on our own in Canada and Mexico as well. So, yeah, we got here in Puerto Vallarta in 2016.
2016, wow.
And we love it. It was our dream. I lived in Canada for 15 years. I'm originally from Aguascalientes.
Aguascalientes.
That's right.
Yes.
Sí, señor.
Yeah. And well, I used to vacation here every single summer in the winters. So it was always my dream to.
You went
be
to
here.
Canada to study, or?
I went to Canada to study. Yeah,
And
when I was a teenager.
Did you fish in Canada?
Fish?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess.
'Cause
We
you
did.
got a big fish. You brought a big fish.
Well, I actually met David here in Mexico.
Here in Mexico.
No, I thought you guys met in Canada.
No.
Really? That's interesting. How did you guys meet here?
Well, actually, we moved here. My family and I moved to Mexico when I was about 11 years old.
11 years old. Wow.
Yeah, and I met Edna in high school.
Wow.
Right.
Yeah. we met
And then
him.
I took her to Canada.
You,
Yeah.
Oh, you're the one. You didn't fish. You were like robbing, right? Like, you know,
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
That's
So
great.
he's the one who took me.
Yeah.
That's great. So
Yeah.
in Canada, you did real estate too, or I understand that in Canada you got a house and you sell houses, and you got a literally your own experience as buyers and sellers, right?
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
I
Exactly.
think that is something that a lot of people don't know. Like myself, like I'm not into that yet, but it gave you a lot of experience. What was the experience of your first house that you purchased and sell?
Yeah. Well, it was experienced firsthand. We bought our house when we were 22, 23 years old, and
Pre-construction?
Pre-construction. Yeah. So that was like our first pre-construction experience, and it was a lucky shot. And yeah, it was a good move. That was our first home, and we kept it for 6 years. We did some upgrades,
Nice.
and then we sold it.
You saw that.
And we bought something bigger, and then you know we were very happy there, and same thing, we did a few upgrades and updates and things like that, and then,
we got two.
yeah, and then
Two
we sold
houses.
it, and then we had at some point a couple of properties, and we were renting one, and and that's how we started, like in the real estate ambience, and we were on both sides, right? At some point we were sellers, at some point we were buyers. So constantly I tried to put myself in the buyers or the seller's shoes, and see what they would expect from us, right?
That's what I asked you because I noticed that you know a lot, like being in the other side of the table. Like you always try to help people
Exactly.
with your own eyes, but in the shoes of them, right? So
Yeah.
which is really important. I noticed that before. And how do you end up in PV? You come on vacation or?
Yeah.
Oh, baby,
Well,
he's
actually-
laughing like that's a good
Well, no,
story there.
we it's kind of our first honeymoon. We came here and we always felt that I was like home.
Did you say first honeymoon?
Yeah.
You got 2 honeymoons?
Well, yeah, we've been married for 25 years, so.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Apparently, I had to renew my vows.
After
Oh
25
my God,
years.
you're getting in
Yes.
trouble here.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice. So you come here for honeymoon. That's awesome.
Yeah.
You like it here?
I love
Love
it.
it.
I love the vibe. I love the people, the weather, the beach,
Yes.
the mountain, everything, the rivers, everything that we have. Like Vallarta has it all, really.
Yeah.
And then the most important part, the people, right? Like everybody here, it's always in a good mood, and they come on vacation, or they come here and they already retired.
Yeah.
Or even if we have a lot of young families in the past few years that decided to change their lifestyle, and it's the perfect place to change your lifestyle. You have fresh market, everything grows year round. You have nature.
Great food.
Great food. You get to be more active.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of hills and streets to look at, and we never get tired. We love to go out for walks every single day, and we see something different every single day. So it's a great lifestyle here.
So you've been here since 2016,
Yep,
Yeah,
8
full
years.
time.
full time. So
Yeah.
have you seen quite a change in PV, like real estate wise?
Well, Edna's been coming here with her family when she was growing up in elementary school, and even before we met, I also came to Puerto Vallarta, and we've seen it grow from the 90s kind of forward. And yeah, there's been gradual improvements, and I think the infrastructure is especially this year with the added roadways and transportation, I think it's going to
Yeah.
really boom into a.
I see
Yeah.
the government is working on the infrastructure of streets and everything. A lot of people talking about that. It's a lot of people coming to PV. So what are we going to do now with so many people, right? But I see the government put hands on it. They're working on the new airport, the new highways. So I think PV is growing so big.
Another airport by, is it Barra Navidad?
Yeah,
Yeah.
south, right? So it's
Yeah,
going to be
yeah.
our airport is going to be bigger, right? We have the other airport coming over, and the new road that is just up there from Guadalajara to here,
Right.
and also they're doing another one. I don't know if you noticed that. There's another like big around PV that's
Right.
going to go through.
Yeah, la
And,
calibramiento.
yeah, that one.
Yeah.
And well, it's making PV bigger. So people that want to invest in PV, this is good news for them.
Yeah,
right?
the
Because-
infrastructure,
Yeah.
for sure.
See, I
Yeah,
see
yeah.
young couples try to get, like you say, PV is like the market to go and invest right now. So
Right.
Yeah.
market in Mexico, I see it's very strong. So I really recommend. I'm being recommended all my family in the States and all my friends. You know what? Instead of put your money somewhere else, come to PV, buy something in PV because your money is going to go up like big
Yeah,
time.
yeah,
Or
yeah,
what do
and
you-
quick.
What do you think?
And quick, right?
Yeah.
Because it's growing fast, yes. And I think the infrastructure is keeping up with the growth. Like you said, the government is working hard for that. And it's a safe place
It is.
Very
to
safe.
live, right? Before, people used to come here just on vacation. The infrastructure was still not there to host people moving full time, I
Yeah.
guess. But now it's getting there, and now there's neighborhoods that sometimes they're not necessarily on the touristic area, but like maybe 5, 10, 15 minutes from all this hustle and bustle.
Yeah.
And they're private.
Yep.
They're behind gates. They have a lot of security. They have great amenities, and they're great family homes. So I think it's growing in a good way.
Yeah.
and it's attractive to way more people than it used to be,
Definitely.
like 10 years ago, even 5 years ago.
Yeah.
We have pretty much everything that you
Yeah.
can find of. And there's actually even better stores than in Aguascalientes to some extent. And Aguascalientes is a bigger city, right? Being in the center of Mexico, it's like a good point
Yes.
for travelers and stuff. So, yeah.
I noticed that PV has basically everything, all kind of banks, grocery stores, great grocery stores, and like you mentioned before, there's a lot of fruit around. So there's all kind of fresh fruit like mangoes,
Right.
papayas,
Yeah,
pineapples,
markets.
everything. Tequila,
Yeah.
right? It's
Yeah.
Talk about
everything is around. Like,
improving
Yeah,
your
yeah,
lifestyle,
yeah.
extending
Yeah.
your life expectancy just by
by
feeding
drinking
yourself.
tequila, right?
No, by feeding yourself fruits and vegetables.
Exactly. Yeah, that's something. Yeah, that's something that you always talk about when people move because of health issues.
Yes.
And we have talked to a lot of people, like even walking on the street, like what's the reason they decided to move to PB? And the most common one
Surprisingly.
is it's for health issues. Like they feel better living here, and even like David was saying, the food that they consume is way better than the one back
Yeah,
in
definitely.
Canada or even the U.S. Right?
Yeah.
At some point you don't even have to be thinking if it's like local, organic, and farm to
Yeah.
table, because it is.
Yeah.
Right? You just have to like go to the market every day. It's fresh. And
Yes.
most people do that. They don't even shop for a week or 2 weeks like we do back in Canada. Like you just go like every day or every other day, and your food is very
Yeah.
fresh from the day.
Yeah, I get
No?
it. Yeah, I understand that. Yes.
Yeah.
Actually, I go to the grocery or buy all my veggies on Saturdays, and
Mm-hmm.
I have like, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and Tuesday or Wednesday I go and get some more. But everything is fresh. Like everything
Yeah.
is so good and tasty. Like
Yeah,
nothing in the
yeah.
freezer. Like the freezer is just ice right there and cold beer sometimes. Like I put my beer in there.
Yeah, and that's it.
Yeah, that's about it. Yeah.
Yeah.
But definitely PB. It's one of those places in Mexico that I can say is like safest,
Right.
cleanest. People is awesome, full of color, a
Yeah.
lot of food. I mean,
Yeah.
you go everywhere and the food is awesome.
Yeah.
There's so many places for like tacos and good restaurants and high-end restaurants also. Like
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
beautiful. I just love it. I have friends that come down to PB just for
That experience.
Yeah,
Yeah, and the art and the culture is there. Now we have that very improved art walk.
Oh, that's
right?
beautiful.
The art district, they call it now.
Yes.
And it's full of like really nice restaurants and really nice coffee shops and bars,
Galleries.
galleries. You have art schools.
Yeah.
So that's like a different segment altogether, right?
Yeah.
Like you said, people come for that.
Also for families that have kids, there's great schools around.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
cool.
yeah, yeah,
Elementary
yeah.
schools,
Yeah,
and the level
yeah.
of those schools are really, really high.
Yeah.
I have some customers that they ask me like, "Oh, what kind of schools are there?" Like, don't even worry about it. We have those schools. Right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, and I noticed also that those schools they're not quite expensive in the states.
Oh yeah, no, they're
No
way more
comparison.
affordable.
Yeah.
And in some cases, like way better. I mean, my kids grew up in Canada, and I have two kids, and they both grew up there. And the schools are like, if not very comparable, sometimes even in higher standards,
Yeah.
for sure.
And we go
So-
back again to the same healthy issues because here, the kids eating healthy, exercise
Yes.
outside.
Yeah.
Go to the beach.
There's
Getting
not so many
sunlight.
allergies and things like that because we don't even hear about them. You
Yeah.
know, it's just
Yeah.
just a totally different way of seeing
Yeah, sometimes
life.
in the States or Canada, they're like indoor like 4 months, 6 months, right?
Think
And
that-
here every year, I mean all year long.
Yeah.
The worst part is when it rains. And it rains really heavy. But even those days, you can enjoy. You can go outside in the rain. It's like not cold, right? It's
No.
really nice. Like, come on,
Yeah,
take
yeah,
the
yeah,
shower
yeah.
on the street.
Yeah, no, their lifestyle changes. My kids came here when they were 11 and 15, 16, and it was a tough age, right? Because they were teenagers, but still, like they were able to incorporate really nice and find art schools, music schools, things that sometimes in Canada was like more of a challenge to
Yeah.
get them into extracurriculars. We always tried to, but it was definitely a challenge. And here in Mexico, it's way more affordable. They have overall a way better lifestyle. People are welcoming. The language is not a barrier anymore because
Yeah.
everywhere they speak
Sweet,
English and
yeah,
Spanish. And in this short period of time, like their Spanish is pretty good. And
Like Davis.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Maybe I
mine.
had a really good Spanish.
Well, thank
First
you.
time I heard it, I'm like, wow. I didn't speak Spanish at the beginning. I'm like,
Yeah,
oh my
well,
God, this guy is good.
People think that I
And well,
migrated from here, but no, I was young, so I went
Yeah.
to elementary school here and high school, and so I had to.
so you consider yourself Mexican now?
Yeah, I guess. I'm North
Yes.
American. I'm North American.
He's North American.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
He was actually born in the U.S. from
Right.
Canadian
What?
parents. Yeah.
Oh boy.
Yeah. So he's Canadian American and Mexican, pretty much.
Now you're Mexican, forget it.
Right.
Forget it.
Well,
Yeah.
thank you.
Yeah. It's funny because when people ask him, like, where are you from? Like, for many years, right now we're practicing a little bit more, but they always ask him. And he was like quiet for a few minutes or seconds. And he was like, well, like,
You want to know?
if you want to know, like, he feels more Mexican. And, you know, the
Nice.
Mexican culture has always been part of our family. Same as the Canadian, because, of course, my in-laws were like always there trying to keep us in line. But yeah, I think we incorporated both
Sweet.
cultures
That's
very,
nice.
very nicely in our family.
And the same mix that he has, like American, Canadian, and Mexican, is the same thing here in PB.
Right.
Like the culture here is like
Exactly.
exactly the same. I was
Yeah.
talking to Hannah the other day. I told her when I come here myself first time, I was kind of upset because people were speaking English
Mhm.
and paying in dollars.
Yeah.
I'm a very Mexican, macho culture guy right now. And when I saw that,
You
I was
Are
defend
you?
it.
yeah, I'm like, why you guys are paying in dollars? We're in Mexico.
Yeah.
I didn't understand, right? I'm coming from a very little small town, so over
Mhm.
there we don't have. I mean, we have a lot of people that go to states, immigrate there, and bring dollars.
Yeah.
And then you go to a certain place, you exchange the dollars, and then you pay in pesos, right?
Mhm, mhm.
But over here, I was like, oh my god! And I see people or listen to people in English, and like, what is this guy like? We're in the taco stand, and you speak in English. What's the deal with you, right?
Right.
Yeah.
And then you get into this and you figure it out that it's a mix of cultures, and that's
That's
what
right.
makes this more beautiful, right? It's like
Exactly.
you
Yeah.
open your mind, and it's awesome. I really love that. And when I understand that if you speak English, you can, get better with people, or you can adapt.
Right.
And then
Yeah.
I was like, okay, I need to speak English. So I started like reading like crazy and practicing.
Yeah.
Because when I come here, my English was like nothing.
Oh, really?
it's
Wow.
zero.
Because it's pretty good.
Yeah,
Your
it's
English
like
is
zero.
excellent.
People were like, my first job, they said like, I get into the timeshare industry,
Right.
and I see these guys that were making a lot of money. And this guy says like, I asked him and I said, how much money you make here? He said like, I have $125 if I invite our people to go to the resort. And I'm like, $150? No, $125? Yes. What do you do? So like, I just invite them to go there. And you get paid for that? And I said, yeah. I was making 800 pesos a week. And he was making $125.
For just inviting them.
A
Just
lead.
inviting them.
A lead.
And I was like, I want to do this. He said, you speak English? I'm like, oh, no. But he said, like, you know what? You get good at it. Come over tomorrow, talk to my supervisor, and let's see. So I went the next day, talked to the supervisor. He asked my name in English, right? I answered my name because I knew that. He asked me another, like, 5 questions. I answered, like, no, maybe another question. But he said, you know what? You get good at it. Come over. And
Yeah,
that's how you
that's what it's
start.
all about.
He, like, opened the door right there, and I
Yeah.
would listen to the guys, and I was reading. I mean, I was writing what I was thinking they were saying, but I was catching what they were saying, like the sound, not
Yeah,
exactly
yeah.
the word, but
The context.
So I try to get all the words, like the sounds in my ear, and that's how you start.
Yeah, exactly. And that's how it gets really good,
Yeah,
because you're actually listening.
yeah.
And I think that's a really good asset to have in like all sorts of things in
Especially in
business,
real estate.
in real estate. You have to listen. You
Yeah.
have to listen.
And everything. When
Yeah.
you marry, you gotta listen.
Yeah, forget about like
Right.
just speaking. Like just listen and try to understand, and that's it,
Yeah.
right? Because if not, how can you help people if you're not actually
Exactly.
listening to their needs and what they want? And
Yeah.
it's not about what you want; it's about what they want.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah, going back to the real estate and everything that we talk, I find out that there is market for young couples,
Right.
people with kids, retired couples. I think for everybody, right?
for
So
everybody in
there's-
any budget, really.
Digital nomads.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
there's like budget for everybody from when we start, like $150,000 to $200,000? What's like the minimum that you
Well, I mean,
see in
there's
the market?
yeah,
Depending the area, of course.
Depend-
Depends on
area.
the area, depends on the property, but there's properties even starting like at, 65, $70,000. Again, it depends on the area. And these are not like really shady areas. I'm just, it means that you're maybe further from the beach.
Yeah.
Maybe could be a small condo, right, with no HOA, things like that. That it's a good starter, right? If it's somebody that still just wants to test the market and see how they feel. And then from there up, right,
Yeah.
into like, $10 million, $15 million, it all
villas and stuff. Yeah.
villas and state homes in really nice areas. So it's
Or even hotels.
or even full hotels, like if you want
You
to
want a
invest
multi-unit?
in
Yeah.
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 So
But the medium right now is hovering around 350 to 400,000.
350, right?
300.
That's what I thought. Like 350 is like the medium. You get like 2 bedroom,
Yeah.
more or less. Yeah. Which is nice. Yeah.
One to
with
two
with
bedroom.
okay finishes, like really
Do you
nice
have
finishes.
listings right now that are active right now?
Yeah, we're hosting a development out in Punta de Mita. We still have 5 condos left there
Pre-construction.
in pre-construction. It's ready for delivery this year.
Yeah.
We have 2 in Cinco de Diciembre. You want to cover those?
Yeah, we have two in Cinco de Diciembre. One is right on the beach. It's a really nice condo. There's not many like those anymore. It's more like a boutique type of condominium. There's only 8 units.
8 units in the building. Yeah.
8 units in the building. This particular one is on the first floor, so
Okay.
very convenient. And you like really can just jump into the ocean from the balcony. It's really right there. 2 blocks from the Malecon, 2 blocks from the first coffee shop, Starbucks. It's very very
Everything
convenient,
in hand.
super rentable, and it's a unique type of property because it's like right on the beach, on the Camarones beach.
2 parking spaces.
2 parking spaces, which is very important, being
Yes.
so close
Yeah,
to
the
the
downtown.
core area, the downtown, covered. And then we have another one just a little bit up the hill from there. That one is like about an 8-minute walk from the beach. Still really awesome views from the amenities on top. And that one, it's very affordable. It's listed only at 210,000 USD.
Nice.
So it's because it's a little bit of a retreat, right? So
Okay.
the unit itself doesn't have a view, but you have gorgeous views from the amenities on the rooftop. And again, it's just like walking distance to convenience stores, coffee shops, the art walk to the beach. I said 8
Malecon.
minutes. The Malecon is just like another maybe 10-minute walk. So highly rentable.
Yeah.
And one of those units that is gonna go really fast to like the first one that decides to make the move, that's gonna be the winner. And what else do we have right now? We have this one that we're sitting in right now. It's the newest one. It's a really chic in a really trendy area of the romantic
Yes.
zone. Walking distance again to everything, the beach. There's shops even like on the main level of this building, spas,
Name it.
wineries, everything.
Yeah. You basically 1 block from the Basilica de You, which is like the most, like action streets
Yes.
here in Los Altas. So
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
really nice here. I really love it here. It's one of the places that, it has it all.
Yeah.
It's right here. Yeah.
Yeah,
I think you have another listing by Ixtapa.
as well. Yes,
Yeah.
that one is a family home.
There you go.
So that one is a 3-bedroom, 2.5 bathroom, 2-story, really nice Mexican architecture, but very well preserved. It's in a really nice area, very safe. There's another one, really nice houses around. That one is in Nuevo Ixtapa.
Okay. Yeah.
And it's a little bit of a bigger house than this, just so you can compare the prices. It's listed as well for 210,000. A little bit further from the touristic area, about 10-minute drive from the first beach. But it's a big family home.
It's nice, yeah. I saw the pictures in the house. It's big. It's really big
Yeah.
for the price, and I see all the amenities that has for family. That's pretty good. It's a really good,
Yeah.
really good house. house.
Yeah.
Beautiful house.
So by looking at these different ones, I think we have a good collection in our portfolio right now.
Nice.
On different price ranges, and you can see the difference, right? Like to start shopping,
Yeah.
the different areas. That's something that we love to explore with people. Sometimes they've been coming to Puerto Vallarta for quite a bit, but they only know the core, right?
Nice.
And they come to see, well, now I'm ready to live here.
Yeah.
So
Or there's the opposite. They come and they go to Nuevo Vallarta. They said, I already went to Vallarta. Oh yeah, where'd you go? Yeah, I was in Vedanta. Yeah. Well, you need to go to Vallarta.
You haven't
then.
been to Puerto Vallarta.
You have experienced the
Yeah.
So, question: what did you recommend for, let's say, the couple that want to invest in PV, right? First time here, they want it because they saw the market that is, it's like a trendy market rental here.
Right.
What would you recommend? Like, where they can start looking? First, of course, call it you, right? Call Edna and David, and we can
Of
help you out.
course.
But
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
What would you recommend to them to do, or?
To pinpoint the area of interest would be find the location that you want to invest in, and then we can tell you which are the hottest items available in that area, in that pocket, and give you your best advice to go into negotiations for that unit if it's so you can get it at the right price. I
Okay.
would say.
So you first choose the location, right?
Yes, first.
Also, maybe choose the size they wanna purchase, like 1, 2, 3 bedrooms. right?
Yeah, well, of
Budget.
course. Yeah, that would definitely yes.
Yeah, and understanding what is it that they want
Condo house.
this property for. Do they want it to live full time? Do they
Exactly.
need it to maybe rent it and just enjoy it like some part of the year? That part is very important, right? Because if they're
criteria.
planning on living here, that's different than if they just want an investment that is going to be a rental generating income property. And they might not be like their dream home, but they want their investment and they want their income to work.
You
So
wanna have a place also to stay, like not
exactly.
that dream house,
Or it
but-
could be half and half,
Yeah,
right? Like if you're
exactly.
planning on enjoying it and then you also want to rent it, which is what most people are looking for nowadays in this area, right? They want to enjoy it part of the year and rent
Is
it the
there a
rest.
question that you had that, or your clients ask you, or they worry about, and anything like, I don't know, maybe the fideicomiso, or maybe the escrituras or something? Is there anything that you wanna tell us and clarify or something?
Well, there's
that
a lot
you-
of uncertainty with, or a lot of fog, I would say, with a lot of sellers that they want to know how much capital gains they might have to pay
When they sell.
if they were to consider to sell. So there are some fiscal strategies that the government has for taxpayers. So we can advise
Always look for the best
look
option.
for the best option and advise our clients on the best strategy so that they can pay what is fair and only that.
Yeah, I noticed in Coldwell Banker there is a big team or closing coordinators, there's lawyers,
Yeah.
there's notaries. Everything works like a really nice machine. I noticed that. So,
Clockwork, yeah.
yeah, so I always tell the people that I feel comfortable and don't be afraid to ask questions, about anything in real estate. And Coldwell Banker, it's a big team. Maybe I don't know the answer for something that you question, but in our team there's somebody that knows how to do it or direct you.
Yeah,
the
because
the
every
right person.
situation is very particular, right? So the moment that you bought and what kind of document you have, escritura or título de propiedad, and all of those things, they're very particular for every property and every single situation. So we analyze all of that with both buyers and sellers. Sellers, like Dave said, making sure that they get the best deal at the end of the day and the best return for their investment, and that the government just gets what is fair and nothing else. And for the buyers, the same thing. There's different strategies depending on your situation and what you're trying to use the property for. If you want to put it as a rental income, we know all the steps you need to do. So it's legal in Mexico. So you make the best return on your investment. So we advise them on that side. And if they're planning on leaving, then as well. We just analyze them with the right professional that is going to help them with immigration status and all the documents that they're going to need. So
Perfect.
they're in line from the day one.
So reach out to David and Edna. They know a lot of people here. They have a lot of connections and they have a lot of experience in real estate now. So
You won't regret it.
Yeah. Do you want to add anything else? Like you want to say something to the people outside? You know what? First, I want you to let us know your phone number, your social media, where we can find you.
Okay, sounds good. Well, phone number, it's
Plus 52-322-318-3819. And social media is?
social media, it's Bohemian Living PV on Instagram and Facebook. You can also just look for us, Edna and David Ross, and you'll find us on social media. We can connect through any way that you prefer. We're like really on top of all our channels and continuously interacting with questions or concerns. Even if you're like, thinking about it, just starting to think about it, and you want to find out more information, that's fine with us. We can connect, we can chat, we can Zoom, whatever works for you. Email as well. People are really busy sometimes, and the only time they have is like at the end of the day. So we're pretty good with the email. Email team.ross@cvlacosta.com. You can also find our profile and a little bit more about us on the cvlacosta.com website.
Nice.
We were featured agents this past year, and we really love it because this was our first year with Coldwell Banker, and we felt very confident. They welcome us very well, and I think that reflected in our performance, and they realize we're here to helping people out and create relations, right?
Yeah, definitely. I noticed that you're very professional, both of you. When I met you, I was like, wow, I want to be in that team. Yeah, I want to be in that team.
Yeah. And we like to work as a team, not just with the Coldwell Banker agents, but with all the agents in the Bay Area. I think that's the best way to work, and that's how we get the best results for our clients as well.
I really appreciate all the help that you provided me so far, because I've been asking you a lot of questions, and you've been helping me out a lot. So I really appreciate your help. Thank you very much. David, thank you very much for everything. I don't know if you want to add anything else. I'm going to put all this information of you at the bottom of this video, and I'm going to share it with everybody.
Thank you so much.
So hopefully somebody out there can reach you out and you help them to find their dream house.
Yeah, perfect property. And like Neff said, we like working with different agents. We team up and we'll bring the best results for our clients, right?
So, thank you very much for everything. Hopefully this is not the last video we made. Hopefully we make something different in another house, and
and talk about like other topics as well that are really interesting to a lot of sellers and buyers in PV, and let's keep it coming.
Your newsletter was really sweet.
Yeah, I just sent out on social media our first newsletter that I'm going to be sending every month.
Nice.
With news about what's happening in the Bay, how the market is behaving, and things that are interesting for people engaged in this area, right?
Very good, very good. So,
all right.
Again, thank you very much, and we'll see you next time in another open house to make another video.
Thank you, Neff. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Thanks, Neff.